Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. So, side note, yeah, YouTube is deleting a lot of comments. I don't know why. I'm still sitting there working on it. And I really do apologize if your comments keep getting deleted for some odd reason. I do sit there and read them, and I do always sit there and try to get back to them. Um, I didn't turn off the comments. I don't know why it's doing. I feel like YouTube is just overreacting because you do have a lot of people that get on here and will say just not on my channel, but just in general, say some of those nastiest, terrible things you can possibly imagine. And now YouTube is just overreacting by always trying to review comments. And if they feel like it's just bad for some odd reason, they just delete them. And I hate that, but I am sitting there trying to work on, I don't know, trying to find a way where it's not deleted. So, but I apologize if they are being deleted for some odd reason, because I love reading comments. It also really helps me on my reviews, so it's really important to me all around. I don't know, in some ways, this kind of felt like rinse and repeat a little bit. I mean, look at, one second. Look at Brooke and Ridge for a minute. It's like the same conversation that they had yesterday. Ridge asked, "Oh, Brooke, do you have feelings for Deacon still? This, that, and the third, because he keeps sitting there siding with him." And it's just like, oh my goodness. Like the same conversation. I'm literally sitting there looking like, bro, you, okay. So, after a while, Brooke is like, why do you keep sitting there bringing up, like, these really old, painful memories? Like, are you trying to hurt me or something like that? And Rich is like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just sitting there trying to protect the family at all costs, and I will. At all costs. And it's just the same nonsense over and over again. Deacon is bad. Deacon can't get trusted. Deacon can't be trusted. Deacon this and Deacon that. And after all, it's like, bro, I could have swore, I think yesterday or the day before, because they've been having this argument for like way too long, that I think maybe Brooke was like, yo, listen, we got some time to ourselves. How about we sit there and celebrate instead of just, having Deacon live in our heads rent free? How about we just do that? Just a thought. But Rich gets a phone call and Brooke is like, you should take it. Like, you should take it. As in, I'm kind of tired of talking about the same conversation I've been having for like, I don't know, 3 days now. So, he does. He leaves. And then Deacon comes in. Now, before that, Deacon and Sheila also felt like they were on a repeat. Deacon seemed like he was upset. He came in. He started drinking a little bit. Sheila started talking about her problems. And Deacon was like, I don't care. Which is being a dick. Seeing how she is letting you stay at her place rent-free and giving you meals, and this is how you repay her. I know a lot of people now are fans. They're not fans of Sheila. I get it. She's done some things, like some really bad things, but she isn't there letting you live there rent-free and feeding you, and you can't even bother to sit there and listen to her problems for like 2 minutes, but you're constantly sitting there talking about your problems that you're having as far as Hope and her family. So that's like nice of you. So, the minute that she was like, we got to sit there and do something. We got to sit there and fight to get with, to be with our kids. And, Deacon's all like, no, I'm not teaming up with you. I'm not doing this. I got to sit there and find a job, this, that, and the third. I don't want to be associated with you. I was like, bro, you're already associated with her. Like, every night. Every time you come back, where are you staying at? So, and I'm also sitting there thinking, so where does Hope think that Deacon's staying at? Because Deacon doesn't have any money. He doesn't have a job. So where does she think that he's staying at? I'm honestly surprised that she didn't actually already catch him living with Sheila. I guess just sit there and try to explain that away as far as him being lonely and them just hooking up or whatever. But I'm just actually touch you. I just thought about that. I was like, wait, you always into saying you love him, this, that, and the third, and you hugs, and then what? Where do you think he goes in a black hole? Like, I don't understand that. Like, and Sheila's like, I have a plan. So yeah, Deacon comes to see Brooke, and I'm not gonna lie, he said this line that was like way back, probably either before I was born or before, well, like just before the internet was fun. Or hell, even the internet was really the internet. Anyway, Brooke was sitting there thinking about Deacon. Which is funny because, she's all like, oh, I don't have feelings for him. And, you're sitting up there daydreaming about him, but whatever. And Deacon was like, he said something along the lines of, hold on, let me see if I can remember it. He was like, what do you live for? What do you fight for? And what do you die for? And the answer is love. And I don't know why, but I was like, I like that. I gotta write that down. But yeah, he comes in there, and he pretty much wants to thank her, for just really helping his relationship with Hope. He was like, she could have been stubborn about it. She could have gave a hard pass, and it would have been a lot different of an outcome, maybe with Hope. Even though Brooke was like, listen, the only reason why I didn't do it is because Hope said she was going to move out if I stood in her way. So I'm just pretty much trying to, make her happy. And then, Deacon started talking about the good old days, and yeah, there was some bad parts. They kind of screwed over someone, but, he pretty much was like, well, the sex was like off the chart, He's like, tell me you feel the same way. Dude, she's married. What do you want her to sit there and say, yeah, it was great? I mean, I'm kind of married to this idiot now, but, I mean, before then it was great. Like, what kind of response did you think you were going to get from her? I'm genuinely curious about that. I really am. So more or less after Finn and Steffi talk about Jack, talk about Steffi and how talk about Jack, talk about Sheila, and how Sheila was kind of like the instrument as far as getting Jack to come clean. Steffi was all like, oh, you're giving her too much credit, She could have sat there and told you herself, but she didn't. And, Finn was like, well, maybe she wanted me to hear from Jack. I'm like, Steffi, I get that you have bad blood with her, and I'm not sitting there saying you're supposed to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, she did something great, but, like, you can't sit there and knock the fact that she did actually do something good. I mean, it's almost like her, like, I don't know, ending pollution. You probably sit there and be like, well, she only did it because, it was for money and stuff like that, and, she was just trying to impress you. It's like, bro, let's just call it what it is and move on. You don't have to sit there and be besties, but, like, you can't sit there and ignore that she did something good. I mean, you can, you're just going to look like an idiot. So after that, more or less, Finn goes to the hospital, and Sheila comes to see Finn. And he's just like, what are you doing here? As in, like, I don't want my wife to sit there and find out that you are doing this because, well, it's just going to land back on me. Last time you had somewhat of a disagreement, she just pretty much walked into the room and just stayed in there. So, but, she went to sit there and check on him, make sure that he was good, with the whole Jack thing and everything like that. So, that was nice. And Carter pretty much more or less complained about his love life with Paris. More to the point of always being with women or always not there being attracted to or trying to go after women that aren't fully available. And, how was his name? Paris was just reassuring him he's a good person, he'll find the right one, because they were talking about Katie, They were talking about Katie as far as, because he was like, I don't know, because, she still have that attachment to Bill, because of her son and everything like that. So it's just kind of this weird thing that's going on. He's like, I don't know. I'm just, you know, going into patterns. And of course he talked about Zoe, and I'm like, I have to touch you for like, yo, she can kick rocks. Like, I can stand her. Oh my goodness. When I first started watching it and I saw her, I was like, yo, are you serious? I mean, she had the most nastiest attitude. And, you know, and I'm not going to sit there and try to be like, well, you know, I mean, at least she was hot. You know, I would give her a free pass for that. But, like, she wasn't even... You know, she was nowhere near hot, I'll tell you that much. I don't know. I'm not sitting there trying to, like, bash her on her looks or anything like that, because the last time I did that, you know, someone had an issue with that. I didn't think I was coming down on them, but the point is I didn't feel like she was attractive, you know? I didn't feel like, Zoe was attractive, on the outside as well as the inside, and she was just a terrible person. But, you know, they brung her up, I don't even know why they still talk about her, but whatever. And then I think that was about it, more or less, you know. She was just reassuring him, like, he's gonna find love, and, you know, he just finds it with the right person, blah, 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 blah. And the next thing you know, it's over. And I'm like, my goodness, this just seems so... I was like, I know it seems short, because it is short, but I'm like, okay, alright. Okay, cool. So it's been 18 minutes and it's over now. Wow. So glad that I sat down for that one. Like, it wasn't terrible, but I feel like this is one of those shows where it's like, I feel like it really needs an hour to like get some stuff done. Because this is one of those things where it's like, I mean, at least sometimes it leaves you on somewhat of a cliffhanger. Like, all right, well, what's gonna happen with Jack and his dad? You know, like well, Finn and Jack. Like, are they gonna sit there and hash this out or whatever? But sometimes, like an episode like this, it's like it wasn't even really that much of a cliffhanger. I mean, yeah, Sheila went to go visit Finn, but like besides that, what else happened? Like, not really much of a cliffhanger. You kind of just like. Like, I feel like it's one of those shows, like, you gotta sit there and just watch it on DVR and just, like, watch, like, at least 2 episodes just for it to, like, feel like it's moving in some direction. I honestly touch you for feel like that's about it. If I forgot anything, please write it down in the comment section below. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.